Hey guys, in today's video I went on my Goodreads and saw that I had 56 books that I wanted to read. There are actually quite a few coming out this year that I am so hyped about, so I went through the list and shared some of the books with you. So let's get into today's video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know most of them, but they're just books that I'm personally waiting for, and I will honestly buy them ASAP. I'm not going to wait for any deals, and you guys know I like to wait for the book deals, but I might have already pre-ordered like a lot of these. So these are my most anticipated releases for the end of 2023. I'm not going to share any that will release next year. I think I have like 10, 11 or so on this list, so let's just go ahead and get started. I have my computer right here, so I will be looking down, but I had two in September. The first book would have to be The Long Game by Elena Armas, and I just love her books. I think they're really fun and easy to read. I just don't really know what this book is about, but I'm waiting to get my copy and possibly do a reading vlog for you guys. And then the second book, that would have to be The Wedding Menu by Leticia Larini, and that book just seems spicy. I think it's like this cute baking, I don't think it's baking, it's going to be like a cooking kind of romance book, and I'm just very excited because the cover is so cute. I was following the author and she was posting this like little card and it had like a scandalous pic on it, so I'm very excited to actually read that one. I did pre-order that one, so you guys might see it soon. And then we're just going to hop into August. We're just going to hop into October releases. So the first book is actually Wildfire by Hannah Grace, and it's going to be releasing October 3rd, and I'm very excited because if you guys don't know, that is the second book in the Maple Hills series, I think it's called. It's part of the UCMH series, so I don't know what that stands for, but I might be correct, I'm not sure. But this is the first book in that series, Icebreaker, and I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard of it, but this one was a hockey romance. And the second one, the synopsis says that it follows two summer camp counselors who reconnect after a sizzling one-night stand. So that already sounds spicy, and I gave Icebreaker a 5-star rating, so I hope that, you know, I love the second book as well. Then on 10/10, you guys, I am so excited you don't even know, and that is going to be Caught Up by Liz Tomford. If you guys are new to my channel, I always talk about or just rave the two books by Liz Tomford, and that would have to be Mile High and The Right Move. I love these books so much, and I love the men in these books as well. The romance, everything about these books are literally perfection, and Caught Up is going to be the third book in this series. The first book is a hockey romance, second book is a basketball romance, and the third book that's coming out is going to be a baseball romance, and he's a single dad, has to deal with a nanny. I'm just so excited because I follow the author and I've seen the previews, so I just can't wait, and I just know that I'm going to love that book as well. The next book is Hopeless by Elsie Silver, and it's going to launch October 13. This one is, I think, the 4th or 5th book in the Chestnut Spring series, and I'm actually only on the second one. So the first one is Flawless, and if you guys don't know, it's like a cowboy kind of romance. So I know that the last book follows Beau, but I don't really know much about his story yet, so I have to keep you guys updated. But I know that I'm very excited to read the entire series, and you know, I already own all of them except for this one, so I'm going to need to get this book as well. I'm not going to read the synopsis of this book because I don't want to spoil anything for myself, because I like to go into these books in order, and you know, I'm not going to read about them until I get to them. The next book that I'm very excited for is King of Greed by Anna Huang, and is going to release October 24th. I know I haven't started the King of Sin series yet, but I have the first and second book with me, so I just need to get the next one as well. It's a toxic trait of mine, okay, so don't judge. But the synopsis for King of Greed says, He had her, he lost her, and he'll do anything to win her back. King of Greed is a steamy marriage in trouble / second chance romance. It's book 3 in the Kings of Sin series, but can be read as a standalone. So in case you guys were just interested in going straight into that book, but it sounds very fun, and I just love Anna Huang's books, so I can't wait to get into this one and then continue with the series. The last book that I have for October actually comes out on the same day as King of Greed, and it would have to be A Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. And I'm so excited because, you guys, I've heard so many great things about the Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy or series, and this is the 3rd book. So I'm currently reading the Carval series, and you don't have to, but I want to go in order because I think there's connection with the main character Jack in Once Upon a Broken Heart in the Carval series. So I'm just going to start from there and then go into Once Upon a Broken Heart. So I still need to read that book and the 2nd book as well. I actually have it lined up right here. So I love this cover, and I'm actually going to wait until the paperback comes out, or the UK edition, because I don't want the hardcover of A Curse for True Love. But I just know that I can't wait to get into that book after I read these books, hopefully soon. November is a very exciting time as well because the 3 books will come out November 7th. The first book I have is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I love her books, and I just, you know, this one I think is a little bit different. I think it's her first YA book, so I can't wait to get into it. I don't know anything about chess, so I'm very excited to see how this book will be. So this book says Mallory Greenleaf is done with chess. Every move counts nowadays, but she decided to stop. That was until she decided to play in one last charity tournament against the notorious king killer Nolan Sawyer, current world champion and reigning bad boy of chess. So that sounds very fun, almost like an enemies to lovers, because they're like, you know, competitors. But that's basically what I know about the book. The second release on November 7th would have to be Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher, and this is a new series that she's coming out with, but I think it correlates to the Dreamland Billionaire series. I'm not too sure, but I'm very excited because I want to know what else will be created, and I did really enjoy those books. So Love Redesigned is a steamy small town romance about 2 family friends turned childhood rivals. It is the first book in the standalone Lakefront Billionaires series, so that's what it says, and you know, already I just love that. I'm slowly getting into that small town romance. I'm loving it, so that's going to be very interesting, and I'm excited to see what she will start writing in the series. You guys, 3rd book for November 7th is my most anticipated release of the entire year, and that would have to be Iron Flame by Rebecca Yaros. And if you guys don't know, I'm sure everyone knows, but that would have to be the 2nd book following Fourth Wing, and I am, you know, beyond excited. My camera died, but I just don't know what will happen next, and I feel like there's going to be a lot that we are going to, you know, uncover, because this is only the 2nd book out of the 5 that I think she has planned. So I'm very excited, and you know that everyone will be reading this book, so I can't wait for November 7th. I'm just like so ready for it. I have the book pre-ordered, and you know, once it comes to me, I'm going to be spending the entire day reading that book. I'm going to read the one quote that I did see because I don't want to reveal anything from Fourth Wing. The quote is from Zayden, and it says, "The first year is when some of us lose our lives. The second year is when the rest of us lose our humanity." So I don't know what that means, but I'm just, you know, very excited. And then the last book that I have here for November would have to be on November 28th, and that is Lynn Painter's Betting on You, a book. And you guys, I think it's another YA romance, and I just can't wait because I love all of her books. And honestly, I wait for her books to come out because they're so easy to read. You can binge the books that she writes in like one day, and they're all so fun to read. So basically, this one says that it's about 17-year-old Bailey. She starts a new job at a hotel water park. She is less than thrilled to see an old acquaintance. So basically, Bailey met Charlie a year ago on a long flight. Now they're still polar opposites, but instead of everything about him rubbing Bailey the wrong way, she starts to look forward to hanging out and gossiping about the water park guests and their co-workers. with him. From what I've read so far, I think it's going to be fun, and I just know that all of her books are very sweet. I love her writing and they're like a comfort read for me, so I can't wait to read that book as well. Obviously, I'm so excited to read all of these books, but I have only 2 for December. The next book is Never by Jessa Hastings, and it's coming out December 5th. So this is something new that we're all waiting for. If you guys don't know, Jessa Hastings wrote the Magnolia Parks universe series, and I already love that series, so I can't wait to see what else she's writing. I think this one is different, but from her writing style, I think it's going to be amazing. This one is it seems like a fantasy romance, maybe kind of like a Peter Pan retelling. That's all we know so far. It's like something magical and just fantasy, so I'm very, very excited. Let me know if this is something that you're also excited about, because I definitely am. I think it's really cool that she's writing a fantasy, it seems. So we're all not sure what the book is about, but I just know that I can't wait. The last book I have here is Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross, and this will be coming out on December 26th. So this book, if you guys don't know, follows Divine Arrivals, and that book has been so hyped. I have not read the book yet, but I am going to read that book soon. So I just know that I am, excited to read the second one in that series. So those were all of the books that I'm very excited to read in the upcoming months, and there are so many good books that I don't even have on here. There are so many holiday books that I might share with you guys later on, so I didn't want to include those books in this video. But thank you so much for watching, you guys. I appreciate all of you. Let me know the most anticipated release that you're excited for down in the comments below. I would love to learn and find out some new books to read and check out. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!